Right, so today, like I told you, we want to talk about dreadlocks, natty dread, though Mimi and Morgan Heritage don't have to dread to be Rasta. But still, anyway, that's the thing. It's another thing that we're talking about. In particular, we're going to talk about the dreadlock game, man. Right, and we have some panelists, if you like, who are going to help us talk about it, as well as, so I'll just let them introduce themselves first. We'll start in the left, on my left. Yes.
My name is Bobby Mkangi, a lawyer, governance and human rights consultant. Very happy to be here with you this morning. Yeah.
He's trying to be modest, but I don't know, Alichonga Constitution, Ali's idea, Committee of Experts.
My name is Martin Doro. I'm a TV producer, and I'm happy to be here as a prop.
Right. Have a sound. Yes, sir.
My name is Edward Gitata, commonly known as Eddie. I'm a loctician. I deal with dreadlocks and everything to do with natural hair.
You're a loctician.
Yeah.
Loctician. Yes, not longtician, Robert. All right, so here we go. So I guess we'll start with Bobby and ask you first of all about why did you decide to go the dreadlocks? Are you a Rastafari? Is it just a hairstyle?
Well, a bit of both. I got interested in dreadlocks when I was very young, and I think it's from the images and the music and the appreciation of our history as a country. I was particularly intrigued by the liberation politics and history of this country and the role that the Mau Mau played. And so whenever I would see images of Mau Mau fighters, that really intrigued me as a young person. And also when I got introduced to reggae music at that time, it's funny that other people hear the negative aspects of it, but to me, the first time I heard reggae, especially through Bob Marley, I thought the music was very intriguing, and so the image that went with that, the dreadlocks, was something that really captured and captivated me, and I made a decision to wear dreadlocks when I was in primary school, and I couldn't wait to get to finish Form 4, so that I could, because you couldn't do that at that time. And so even when I was in high school, I used to keep long hair. So cutting hair for me was not the thing. And so there is that aspect that there are people or role models that I aspire to follow who wore this image, and I wanted to live up to that image. But also, the primary thing with any hairdo or any image is, I like saying there are exigencies of vanity that you have to satisfy. There's a way you have to look, the way you, when you look at the mirror and you ask the mirror, the cliche mirror, mirror on the wall,
who's the fairest one of all?
And you look at yourself and say, so for me, with dreadlocks, that's how, when I look at the mirror, it tells me you're the fairest of them all. So it's a bit of both. There's inspiration from, historical, iconic personalities, but also I love the hairstyle.
So you've had it now for how long?
This set 8 years. But previously, when I was a university student, I actually had dreadlocks. And even when I got my first job with the Child Rights Legal Agency after university, I still kept my dreadlocks for about 1 year. And then I cut them off for a period of about 5 years, then grew them back, coincidentally just before I joined the Committee of Experts, when the dreadlocks were short. So in total, I've had dreadlocks for close to 13, 14 years.
So why did you decide to shave them off in the first place?
I just felt like it. There was no pressure. As I said, I got employed with my dreadlocks. And the funny thing is, when I cut them off, my boss, the late Eric Ogwang, the day I went to the office after I cut them off, after a while he said, I've noticed there's something different. Why did you cut off your dress? And I thought he'd have wanted me to cut off the dress. So it was just a personal choice at that time. But you know what? I came to discover the 5 years that I did have my dreadlocks, that I really love having dreadlocks, because I still aspired to grow them back. And after 5 years, I started growing them back.
All right, awesome stuff. And all right, we'll go to the lactation and tell us, how long have you been in this business? And of course there's a business, but how is business? What made you decide to go to the the locks. And one about Martin is setting in hapo sawa. Yeah, amekaa tu sasa. Yeah.
Okay, I decided to go to Dreadlocks right after high school. Also love reggae music, listen to reggae music. Also love the way we uphold our culture. This is what we are supposed to do. These are hair. Our hair is Afro-Caucasian. Don't need to maybe to put chemical to have nice hair. We can still wear our hair and look nice. I've been doing this for the last 6 years now. Just normal hair, dreadlocks, and it's a good business. I can say I appreciate. So many people are going the natural way. At least now ladies are appreciating their natural look. You don't have to wear a wig to look beautiful. Yeah, and then if you have perfected the art, you go to the internet. If you're making the dreadlocks more nice, you can style them in any way.
So you get some of the tips from the net?
Yeah, maybe
that's a bit.
At least you have to educate yourself. You see what other guys are doing. Can see maybe every style. At least you have to keep up to the trend.
And yourself, when did you decide to get? Well, how long have you had your dreadlocks?
Mine now is 6 years now. No, 7 years.
7 years. When did you decide to go the dreadlock way?
Back in 2010. I'm in the family of dreadlocks. My mother has dreadlocks. She has a salon also. So I've lived in the salon. So I love just being. This is my environment. I'm home when I'm in the salon. Yeah.
All right. So, like, what happens? How is it the natural, the care of dreadlocks? What's like now? What are you doing to Mr. Martin Duro's head? Like
any other hair, dreadlocks, it grows. So you have to keep on retwisting it and washing. Occasionally, maybe you wash after 1 week, because when you are working, maybe you are exposed to dust everywhere, the sun. So the scalp dries. So you have to oil your dreadlocks, wash. Maybe you put some castor oil. Castor oil helps the dreadlocks to grow, even the scalp, to nourish it. And then we also use olive oil. Olive oil also something nice, very, very nice, an oil that will remove the bacteria. So you have to wash your dreadlocks nicely and put them well. In the corporate world, we deal with guys, maybe ladies from the banks. So you have to have a nice hairstyle. Do them a good job, yeah.
So how often you are supposed to wash the dreads?
You can wash maybe after 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks you wash and then you retwist. Because now you can see the hair has growth. You have to retwist it to be neat at the bottom. So you have to keep on locking after every 2 weeks.
Yeah. So hapo hivi umelandia hapo the free lactation things.
Yeah, I just want to say it also depends on, say, your lifestyle or your day-to-day activities. Like I run for health and other reasons. So obviously after you undertake such an activity, you sweat, and so you need to wash your hair. So depending on the activities and your day-to-day life, the frequency of you washing your hair will be determined by that. But again, I wanted to add, many people again associate dreadlocks with maybe they think it's dirty hair.
Right, yeah.
But as you can see what he's doing, and very many of people whom I know who have dreadlocks, they really take very good care of their hair. At times we even say that we probably do it better than people who have short cropped hair or bald hair. Yeah, because you need to take care of the hair, groom it well for it even to grow. Yeah, so I think that's another thing that most people misunderstand, and they need to know that actually people who have locks or dreadlocks really take good care of them. And as I said, and I'm sure both of you will agree with me, it's something you love first, and if you love it, then you take very good care of it. Yeah.
All right. And also ask again in terms of the business angle. So how do you take care of the dreadlocks in different stages? Maybe you can tell us, like, of course, tuseme sasa kama mimi nataka kuanza nafanya nini ndo hata mimi niko na
you want to start
hata sahi akili ni nywele na niko na kidogo.
You want to start, you have a growth of like 4 inches.
4 inches.
Yes, nywele inaingia kichana kama hiyo.
Kai.
Yeah. 4 inches. You use a comb. You can start with a comb. is this gel which we make. We use natural products. We use a mixture of honey, olive oil, and coconut oil. And then after that, you use a comb to section the hair so that you have nice dreadlocks, which are the same size. And then there's another way. You can use a crochet. When you use a crochet, you can have instant locks.
Instant locks.
Instant locks.
So this is after the 4 inches.
Yeah.
While you still have, sasa hizo ndo zinaitwanga baby locks.
There are baby locks. Yeah, you can use a comb. When you use a comb, you come to the salon after every 2 weeks for retwisting.
Okay.
So that, but you can have also instant locks using a crochet. When you have a crochet, you can fix them, and then you come after a month, in which you can be washing daily, because now the hair won't undo itself because of the crochet. Yeah, there's another way also. You can do the extensions. There are those guys who don't want to start the locks, because the locks journey, it's not an easy journey.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you get frustrated along the way.
Yeah.
You sweat, your hair undoes itself. So we can do the extensions. These are real dreadlocks.
What? Naomba nishike dreadlock thing. Wagwan. Yes. But unaweza kuwa hapa na dreadlock thing.
Kwa hivyo unaweza anza sasa hii tu.
Dread. Wagwan people of earth. This is the dreadlock thing.
I hear. Yeah, those are real dreadlocks. Now you use a method called grafting.
So you graft this into the
hair.
But still you have to be 4 inches, Ama.
Yeah, for that have to be 4 inches.
Yeah.
That's now we graft the dreadlocks. So for most of guys who don't want that journey, we wait for the locks to lock after 3 months, 4 months. We can do the instant dreadlocks at a good price.
So for this easy dreadlocks, real dreadlocks, zimetoka wapi?
That's someone who has cut their hair.
No, even here, somebody was telling me if I ever get to go down to Cape Town, South Africa, I need to be very careful. Apparently, they actually selling dread jack because there's a good market, especially if your dreads have set and they are mature. And now because of this market, the grafting market, they can actually either ask you to sell them, or they will impolitely take them off you. So there's a growing market.
So you haven't just walking around na makasi tu
na kushika alafu because there's somebody else who wants to grow them,
right?
And depending on the length, they just want to graft them on. So apparently there's that niche market that's growing.
How much is it like to graft?
For the grafting, we charge 10,000
to graft.
To graft, but maybe if you want to buy the dreadlocks like those, maybe they're like maybe for the full maybe 100 pieces, you sell them from 30,000 maybe to 100,000, depending on the length.
So this is an investment.
No wonder they're being
an investment.
So a full set can be 30,000.
Yeah,
100,000 you said.
Yeah.
Bei ya nduthi.
Yeah. But like for him hapa tutapata shamba.
In the plot. Oh my goodness. Okay. And is it as expensive to maintain? I mean, it's expensive to buy, but
it's not expensive to maintain. If you ladies now, they are buying wigs and wigs for 50,000, 100,000. Dreadlocks is not expensive to maintain. Just you have the wheel, as in you want it, because it's not an easy journey. Yeah.
My goodness, 100,000 kununua dread moto wangu. Mato ni aje siniwachie. How long have you had yours?
I've had mine since 2013. This is my 5th year.
5th year.
Yeah, but mine wasn't about the whole reggae music, love for dreadlocks. I actually just shifted where I used to stay. I used to have one barber since I was like, I think like 5 years old. So when I moved, getting time to go there, now work, schedule and all that, I used to put it off, like, nah, I'll go next month. 6 months down the line, I had so much hair. I was like, I'll go next month. Then it was a year down. I already had, and then it started locking by itself. So it just started from there. So by the time the guy saw me, his name is Ken. Ken was like pissed. He was like, hey, what are you doing to me now? Now I'm out of a business. I was like, hey, then I'll be doing your beard. Another 3 months. no beard. So nowadays it's just a contact on the phone. He's not pissed at me.
Well, you travel to be a Sarah.
So mine was just that because I didn't have time to go to the kinyozi. So mine just started from then. And then now once I started getting rid of them, now I've become too attached. Yeah.
Too attached to the love. All right, and then there's you know, sometimes there are these sizes. That one is like that one there on the picture.
Yeah.
And they have the back. How long do you think that guy mechanics will dress like? I'm at a graft.
These days we have the technique. You can't really know, because now the grafting you won't see where the hair meets itself. We do it nicely, professionally. Yeah, maybe you have to come and look if you see the grafting, but.
So, but is this like the way you know, the women, they go and then they stitch?
Yeah,
they
stitch
it to
stitching, but now you stitch with the crochet in a way that nobody can see where the hair joins.
And does it eventually become part of the...
It eventually becomes part of your hair. You can wash, you can do anything, you can braid. And maybe after a few years, now you can remove the grafted ones and resell them back.
You can sell them back.
Still an investment. You can never lose on this with this one.
It doesn't damage. Yeah.
100 pieces. When I say to 100 pieces, 30,000 to 100,000. You know. So, Bobby, I'd also like to ask you now, in your course of work, have you experienced any negative notions, challenges because of your choice of hairstyle, or we are generally now an accepting public?
Amazingly, it's been a journey without very many sanctions, because as I said, I started growing them in university, in law school. And even when I joined law school, I remember my seniors, the second years, third years, were telling me, you know, you'll have to cut your hair. And I said, well, let me see how it goes. And apparently some of my lecturers were very much into my hair. They didn't mind it. And we were a couple of us who had dreadlocks at that time. And I actually remember the current Attorney General who was teaching us in first year, one time commenting in class because one of the dreadlocks was missing in class. And then when he went on to it, and he said he actually loves the fact that some of us are growing dreadlocks because we are looking at life in a different manner, in a different way. And I guess that was it. That was how it was until fourth year. So law school, I didn't experience any obstacles. In fact, I actually vied for vice chairmanship of the Kenya Law Student Society of that time, and I was voted in by my schoolmates. Coming into professional life, as I said, my first job with a non-governmental organization, I was hired with my dreadlocks. I did so much work, consultancies at that time with many agencies, including the government, and I joined the COE. And you know, I always like appreciating the Parliamentary Select Committee that vetted us at that time, interviewed and vetted us at that time, because I went with my dreadlocks and they nominated me, Parliament accepted me. So I always like pointing that out. And my colleagues at the Committee of Experts, who were eminent legal scholars and practitioners, very senior, also worked with me with very good camaraderie. And since then also, in my stint as an independent consultant, I've been able to work here and abroad without obstacles for that matter. At times I do experience them in the social sphere. Funny enough, not in the professional sphere. I'll go to places, security guards will regard you, with a stereotype of perhaps you're a thug, or ask you further questions, and you can see the stereotype. But again, it comes with the territory. So when you have dreadlocks, and I'm sure they know, and they have experienced this, that sometimes people will look at you with that stereotypic eye. And so once you know that might happen, you stay guarded and ready for it. But I have to thank God that so far, professionally, it's been okay. But again, let me put the disclaimer that even as a lawyer, I'm not in traditional practice, so I don't go to court, but I still do a lot of legal work and with clients, organizations, individuals, etc. And so that really has not met any obstacles. If they have been there, if there have been people with negative opinions, they have not shared those publicly or with me. Yeah.
All right. And also, I'd also like to know, like, naona hapo even as you continue to style, maybe you can walk us through. Kuna hiyo kitu na spray, unajua lazima tuone ni kama maji ama.
Yeah, this is water. It's true. When you are doing the dreadlocks, you have to keep the hair moist, because now the hair tangles itself, because it's natural hair. So it be painful to separate the hair when you're making. So you use some water so to make the hair moist and just relaxing for the client.
Yeah. And then you said this special, so this special one, you said it has honey and all that.
This has honey.
That's made by who, you? Or?
Yeah, we make it ourselves.
Okay.
Naturally, we use honey.
Why honey? Or
honey is like food for the hair.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I mean,
so you can also use
honey is like food for the hair. Yeah, it removes the bacteria, relaxes the scalp, you can massage. We also have castor oil, like I said, helps soothing the scalp also. Has omega-6 essentials, fatty acids, which makes the hair grow. As in you have full hair. I ever find guys with the dreadlocks, you wonder where did all this hair come from? Because now the hair doesn't cut. Because we don't use force, we don't use any heat. Yeah.
So it just blends into it.
Yeah, and this is now the mix of castor oil and olive oil. I also buy castor oil, buy olive oil, and then we mix for ourselves. Yeah.
To buy and mix it. So
yeah, we are the one to give the clients the best.
Na pia naona hapo kuna blow dry.
Yeah.
Form ni gani na blow dry? Form ni gani hapo?
At least now, if you don't want to dry your hair on a dryer, you can use the blow dry. There is a net. Yeah, you just cover the hair on a net.
Hii ni net sasa kama ya Batista. Nani anakuanga na nini? Yeah, that's
something like this.
Yeah.
So nawekelea net kwa kichwa, kuna dem dreadlock thing. One people.
Potential client.
Potential client huyo shapata. Mimi niko almost converted if the bosses will allow. Niko nasoma news na dreadlock. So you put the net on there?
We put the net in the ear pad, and then now you can blow dry the hair so as to melt the gel. Yeah, and also to dry the hair because of the water. Yeah, and then now you can style to desired style. Maybe you can do lines. Yeah.
And how did you you know, like you said, you grew up in the salon, so how did you learn? Where did you get all this from? Observation? Did you?
At one time I did business management in school at SPS. Then maybe along the way, I'm from a single mother, we didn't get funds. So I was just away from school for funds, so I moved to my mother's salon, and she showed me, and then for a beautiful things, maybe some hair, how to do hair. Then I got interested, and that's where I got the love for this. And then it's a good profession. I started making money, so there's no need of going back and here making money. Let me be a master of something. Yeah, instead of trying this. You'll never be master of anything. Just be a jack of all trades. Yeah.
Right. So naona sasa hapo konyolea samati nduri imeanza ku take shape. Jamaa alikuwa mbaya bana. So what's the technique you use? Because I'm seeing different.
You can use a comb. The comb, you collect all the hair. That's why you can see now the scalp is getting neater. And then you use a comb in the hand. So many guys, they think when you use a comb, you create bumps in the hair. But yes, you create bumps. For me, I use a comb just to collect the hair that has grown, the growth. And then I let all the hand do all the work now. You do both interchanging them. So the hand does all the work, the comb is just for collecting. Because now if you do with the comb everywhere, it's much painful. Yeah, so you do both. As in, just understand where am I supposed to use the comb and where am I supposed to use the comb. Now you can do the crochet. Let me show you the crochet. Use the crochet. So the crochet helps the hair hold much better. As in you work on this growth instantly. You don't wait for maybe 2 weeks to lock. We lock it instant with the crochet. Now we do the crochet method. So many guys in Kenya
So crochet na nini ndani?
Yeah, it's like interlocking it. Interlocking it. So even if he washes his hair, it will not undo itself.
Mato ni uchungu.
It's a new technique. So many guys don't know what crocheting is. You can wash your hair, maybe like I said, maybe going to the gym, you sweat, you can wash daily and won't get maybe this growth. To be neat for longer time, you can stay for 2 months. And then you can recrochet it or just retwist. Yeah, depending on what you want to do.
Interesting.
Yes, it's technique. Then for the crocheting, you have to do both sides. Don't go just one way, because you may create like two branches. So you have to do this side, so as to create something nice. So no one can see there's something there. Yeah, you don't make the hair weak. Yeah.
Matu, did you ever consider loctation? Give and to see that belongs to see.
After now you crochet, you smoothen the hair, some bit of the gel. There's other guys don't, some of the guys maybe they don't want to use the gel for their hair, so we do the crochet only. You don't have to use any gel. There's that gel, that's the molding gel. It's from the UK. It's also nice to use it. You can use this or this depending on the hair type. Now if you have the started locks, you use this because this holds more. This holds more.
The started locks.
Yeah. For now, if you are starting for the 4 months, they are baby locks now.
Baby locks. Yeah, that's
baby locks. You use this gel because it holds more. After now, the hair is, if the hair is mature, you can use the molding gel now. Yeah, maybe if you can wash it 2 weeks, don't need the hair to do itself. Maybe you can just hold it. Yeah.
All right. So for you, where do you go? Ama umelania sasa 8 years unaweza jifanyia.
Yeah, sasa nimekuwa I do my own hair, but I think especially with the crocheting, perhaps I'll go. But I do it as you were saying, the 13 years. I started the dreads myself. I maintained them myself. Yeah, but always getting tidbits from whenever people with dreadlocks meet. They exchange tidbits, and you know, you can do this, you can do that. Yeah, but very much self-maintained the dreadlocks for myself. Yeah.
All right, I can see some people here, different notions here in the online sphere from different people. I just had to read some of them. There's Alon Kayas. Alano, sorry, ati Alon. Pole man. Alano Kayas. Anasema mko juu, I'm a big fan of dreadlocks. I've got a 6-month hair. How do I start? Yeah, I have 6 months. That's you guys 6 months. I can go 4 inches.
6 months, maybe like 6 inches.
Okay.
That's good hair to start. You can start now. There's a way I said with the comb, the normal way. You come to the salon after every 2 weeks. You can start with the crochet. You come to the salon after 2 months.
So what are you doing in the akikuja salon?
You come, you just wash the hair again, and then we retwist using a comb or a crochet. For the benefit of the crochet, you don't have to make frequent visits to the salon. And then you can swim. You are not limited to anything.
You can swim. I was also going to ask about that. What are some of the things that are not good? Kama kuna nywele wasichana wakishaweka hawataki nyeshewe. So what is not good for hair? For maybe you can also, when you experience that of you. For the dreadlocks.
The good thing with the natural hair, it can take a lot. But definitely you don't want dust, you don't want smoke, anything that is going to make your hair dirty or smelly. And because it's hair that's quite profound on you, you know, for instance, if you go somewhere where there is a lot of smoke and it attaches on your hair, you walk around with that. So I think it's anything that will force you to have to redo and retouch your dreads as frequently as, you know, as you can see, it's also time consuming. Yeah, so I don't know whether the other but for me, dust and smoke, whenever I see anything, I try to avoid.
Okay, for the dons of dreadlocks, don't put hair extensions that are heavy for the hair, because now ladies, they go and see a nice style, they come and plait on top of the dreadlocks. Now you stress the hair. That's why you see some of the ladies, the hairline just starts cutting itself. You see, for him, the dreadlocks are more than 8 years. He still have his hairline. Mine are 7 years. I still have my hairline. But if you stress the hair or keep on styling every day, you stress the scalp, and for the hair, and the hairline is always weak. So you cut them. So don't style a lot. Just maybe once in a while. You can style this time, next time just leave it open. Yeah. Just and then maybe don't wash a lot, don't go swimming. Yeah, because when hair is wet, that's why it's cut a lot.
Alright, okay. And so let me just also look at some more feedback here that different. So somebody is asking, a wife and her dreadlocked man. Sasa mnaenda saloon pamoja. David, there's a lot of that notion going on here. Then there is somebody who I think was speaking another language here, it's Levi. Then saying there's another one here, somebody from Huruma. He thinks that dreadlocks makes people behave like ladies.
Perhaps he needs to know the history of dreadlocks, you know, and as I was saying, especially in our country, the people who manifested this, you know, sort of hair were men, you know, Mau Mau warriors and other communities also previously. We know that Maasai's sport locks, perhaps not dreadlocks, but they have the cultural locks. So it's not man woman.
Right.
In fact, I love dreadlocks because it equalizes. It's one hairstyle that both men and women can share and experience with joy. So they also need to know the history of this kind of hair. When you go into the Rastafarian levity, as we say, way of life, dreadlocks are spotted by both men and women. So we don't have to see everything with that perspective. I know from some cultures, long hair amongst men is probably taboo. But again, we are living in a global sphere. But also in our African culture, we also need to remember that long hair was tolerated amongst men in very many cultures and traditions. Yeah.
So Mr. David, his name was David, and I can see another Mvaka pia anasema mambo yake hapo watu walikuwa wapigania so that you enjoy the independence you have to do. Walikuwa na dreadlocks.
So they are the ones who inspired even the, in the Rasta movement, Burning Spear, the likes of big artists like Burning Spear, and a lot of the liberation music from reggae. A lot of that influence is from here in Kenya. It's from the Mau Mau expression. So they need to also know that. Yeah. So it's with a lot of respect and dignity that these men and women wore this hair. So it's not only a fashion statement, but it's also a statement that attaches to issues of social justice, issues of fairness, human rights, and such way of life. Yeah.
All right. And also back to the lactation. I like that name. The lactation. Also, like you said, the different styles. Like Mr. Bobby amevaa yake nyuma ponytail. And Martin, I think most of the times nikimwona anawachanga ziko free. What are the different styles? You have yours on the back.
Like
and different styles and pricing for that matter. Maybe ukitaka kuenda. What are some of your pricing? Because I've seen somebody asking, what do you charge? For some of the things you do with the locks.
For the normal retwisting, like what I'm doing, this is 1,000 bob. Just we come, we wash and we retwist. Then you can still come, no more retwisting, and then we do a treatment. You have to treat your hair. You have to give your hair food.
So the treatment is the castor oil?
The castor oil is just oil.
So what's the treatment? What happens?
Treatment is like food for the hair. You can find maybe there's some hair breakage because of maybe excess heat. Maybe ladies used chemicals, it didn't work with their hair. So we want to treat the hair now. You can do treatments for the hair, maybe one for the dryer. Just we stay in the dryer for like 15 minutes and then you rinse. As in they are giving your hair food. Just as in you take care of your dreadlocks, take care of your hair, just like any other style. For the starters, like fresh locks, they are baby locks, we do for 3,000 bob. 3,000 bob. Now we partition the hair. The desired size, like this is a, I think, medium. Mine is small medium. For mine, I have styled it. Yeah, the style I have joined too. Yeah, you can style in any way. As in, you are free to do anything.
Whatever.
So, some of the guys think like dreadlocks. Don't know, you can style your hair just right. You can do anything with it. Yeah, for like him, there is also the small size. You also charge 3,000 for putting any size of the dreadlocks. And maybe for the crocheting, that's where it gets interesting. Crocheting, we can do the sister locks. Sister locks are small locks, like strands.
Brother locks. Sister locks.
Maybe we'll invite maybe brother locks. Sister locks are small strands like this. Maybe you can have like four strands. Now you use a crochet method to join them. For sister locks, you come to the salon after every 3 months. For starters, it's 30,000 shillings for starters. Yeah, anything else? Maybe for now, if you come for the crocheting, you don't have to twist like what I've demonstrated here with the crochet. That is 2,500, depending on which the service it will give you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. There's Bakir underscore Hadija Nasema. Hi. Is it possible to have dreadlocks for the first time without using wax at all?
Yeah, that's why you use now the crochet. The crochet don't use wax. You can do them. The starter locks. If we start the dreadlocks now, they look like maybe you have had them for 1 year. You do the crochet. Locks instantly. Yeah.
And sorry, you were saying?
Mine also didn't use wax. I just used to twist them and then, until they got hold. Yeah, so it's possible, as you say, to just do that, you know, with this technology, but also naturally. That's how mine were grown. Yeah.
And when do you use the wax? Why do you use wax?
Wax helps in holding the hair.
Up at the base, upper place, mashika.
Yeah. Holding the hair, making the hair join. Cause now, if you can twist, if you just twist with the water, maybe after every 2 days you will do. So the wax helps in holding. Cause honey is sticky to help the hair hold nicely. Yeah.
But the waxing water,
it's like a gel, ni kama mafuta. Yeah.
Alright.
You just use small amounts. Cause now you find so many guys with dreadlocks. They have like white stuff. So you don't use so much wax. Just kidogo to tip of the hand, kidogo to ya kushikilia. So move the guys unapata wanaeka mafuta mob. Look at the dry doesn't dry. And then ukienda nje juu ya vumbi ina collect uchafu. So unapata watu wengi wako na white stuff kwa nywele. That's why unapata guys with dreadlocks inashindwa. They are long but zinakaa uchafu. Yeah. You have to use small amounts. Then just wash nicely, condition the hair. Yeah.
And the wax also helps. Like perhaps mine took longer to set.
Yeah.
But if you use wax, it takes a shorter time for them to set. Yeah.
All right. And then we have Wanjero Mugoro anauliza, is the crocheting permanent or can it be uncrocheted?
That is permanent.
So it's permanent.
Yeah, permanent. Yeah, instant hapo.
Sasa kama Mr. Nduru hapa sasa ni hivyo. Murder them. Lock things are gone. All right. Then we also have how long does your hair have to be before you lock them? That's Karu Derek. Karu underscore Derek 254.
4 inches.
4 inches.
Ile kiingia kichana nitafute.
But why are you based, by the way?
Opposite Ibrahim Supermarket in Moi Avenue, called Trust for Small, 2nd floor, SN Salon. I also have a page in Facebook called Eddie Dreadlocks House Call.
The Dreadlock thing, wagwan.
I have a page in Facebook, Eddie Dreadlocks. Yeah, you can follow, put styles, everything to do with natural hair. Yeah.
Alright, we put one last question here from online. Can I have dreadlocks when I have white hair growing on my scalp? That is Nyambura Masi.
You can. You can have dreadlocks, white hair. If you are comfortable with it, you can put. If you are not comfortable with the white hair, you can use dye, black dye. Yeah.
I have a question as well, because there are people who wanna complain wanasema kwamba kuna dreadlocks za watu wengine inanuka. What makes the dreadlocks
just wash it. It's just no more hair. Grooming. So many guys think as in ukiacha dread hivyo wash ndio inashikana. Hapana. Just wash your hair nicely. Because now if you're in the corporate world,
Yes.
out in a office umevaa suit na dread inanuka. Yes. That's why we come in place, as in we keep your hair neat.
Right.
That's what I was saying earlier. That and you're the one who wears the hair. So I wonder how you can keep smell your dirty dreadlocks, because they're all over you and you smell them. So so it's weird for those people who keep dirty and ungroomed dreadlocks, because they suffer most in the first place. Yeah.
And so for you, how long do you how often do you wash yours?
As I was saying, at times I do run in, during the week, like twice or thrice a week. So every time I go for a run, I have to wash my hair because I've sweated. But if I don't do that, definitely at least once a week, I'll have to do my hair, wash and reset it. Yeah.
All right. Then we also have another question here from Nyuiri_Njoki. Anasema, how do I avoid itchy dreads? I have a hard time since whenever I go for retouch, it's hard to sleep at night. Help.
Yeah, you can use castor oil. Castor oil helps. Coconut oil or olive oil. When you're going to the salon, just carry castor oil and you massage the hair. Prevents dandruff. Olive oil prevents dandruff, so you won't have an itchy scalp. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That's oil you use on your scalp. Yeah, that's
oil itasaidia sana.
Yeah. Castor oil, olive oil itasaidia sana.
All right, of course, those are some of the questions. Mutamauliza hapo. Oh, okay, one more here. Can I have dreadlocks on chemically treated hair? That is Mwende J.
You can't have dreadlocks on chemically treated hair. Maybe you have to have growth for maybe 4 months. At least the bottom hair has to be natural for about 4 months, so as to make it easier for locking. Because if you start with the chemical hair, it won't lock because it's already relaxed. So when you have for like 4 months, you don't have to cut the chemical. You can be cutting maybe after every retwist, just small sessions. After that, now we can remove the hair. The hair will be locked maybe for maybe 6 months. Now you can remove the chemical. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. I want to say a big thank you guys for coming through. And maybe any last comments on the same?
Well, thanks for having us. Because I hope this interaction and communication has helped to also to demystify some of the thinking that is out there about dreadlocks and people who wear dreadlocks. So thanks for this, and let's hope more Kenyans will embrace it. As you said, akili ni nywele.
Akili ni nywele man.
Kwa hivyo kama ni nyingi na ndefu.
Mingi sana na kila nduru. Amato. Last more. Not last words, but last comment.
What I can say is, just because someone has dreadlocks does not make them ideally violent or be on the negative side of it. Because my struggle with dreadlocks is that every other time you meet the cops, you're the first guy to get questioned, and then they'll be like, sasa wewe rasta hapa tukikubeba tutakuwa na maswali
ordinary.
So we're just regular people. Okay. The hair doesn't make us different.
But there's that stereotype even you see in movies and plays in the thug is a dreadlock, but when you look at the reality, I mean, the men and women you see on TV and on newspapers, fleecing billions of shillings from Wananchi, do they have dreadlocks? But when people do a play, when they want to cast a thug, they get the dreadlock. But in reality, so think about the stereotype and what is communicated and what is reality.
Mr. Lactation, what you have to say, man? Final thoughts and comments.
What I've said is, let's embrace the dreadlocks and keep them neat. And okay, just that. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the show. And then this is the final results now. You can spray the hair.
Okay.
Yes, keep it moisturized and maybe smelling nice. It's a nice spray. Also olive oil.
Spray nduru. Hapo sawa.
To add it all, maybe like my page at the Dreadlocks. Come and learn more about dreadlocks and natural hair. Also visit my salon. Have a team. Also train guys. I want to impact the generation to put something in the community. As in wala vijana wanavuta bangi. Come, we show you how to make money at least and enjoy while doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, of course pia Maxi na unajua sasa tumekutengeneza mgango tukitoka hapa breakfast. All right. Nice, a big thank you to all of you guys for coming through. We appreciate, and also like you said, the idea was also just to get guys to learn more about the dreadlocks and to demystify, like Bobby has said, some of the those myths about it and notions that you may have about it. Hope you've learned a thing or two, and the questions are still there. If you have any, like you said, you can visit his page, Eddie Dreadlocks, you said?
Yeah.
Eddie's Dreadlocks, and if you have any more questions, I'm the same. As I can see, there are still so many questions that I haven't asked, so we can go and ask them on his page. So I want to say a big thank you on behalf of Joy Muzengi and Freddie Muli. My name is Willis Saburu, and also just to remind you, just stay tuned to Citizen Television, because Citizen Extra is starting right after this, and they're going to have comprehensive coverage of news, events, and taking you around the country and in different counties with comprehensive coverage. So you want to stay tuned for that as well. So until next time, my name is Willis Saburu, reminding you, as always, the successful people look like you and the great Manchester United. Have yourself a wonderful day. Let's do this again tomorrow.